here at the Early American Coppers Convention here in Ohio. Why have you come to the convention?
Well, I'm a news editor of Coinworld. We're located in City, Ohio, which is just about a 90-minute drive here from Newark. So I thought I would come over for the day, talk to a few people, cover the event for our publication, and just look at coins. Always love looking at the coins.
And what are the coins and colonials or early American coppers that you like and enjoy?
Well, I can't say that I have actually collected any of the early colonials, but I love the Fugio cents. I love the early large cents. The chain cents. All of the 18th century cents. They're just incredible. I like writing about them. Like reading about them. Like looking at them.
What are your responsibilities at Coinworld?
Well, I'm a longtime news editor for Coinworld. My chief responsibilities are for covering the news, for assigning news stories. I edit all of the stories that go into Coinworld. I write them when I have an opportunity. I am responsible for the flow of all of the the elements that make up the editorial portion of Coinworld. I move the stories around between the writers, between the editors. I make sure they go to the designers, so that they turn the raw text once it's been edited into the wonderful designs that they create for our weekly and monthly issues. And then I coordinate making sure that all the people that need to see the pages, the layouts, see them, review them, make sure that as few errors get into the stories as possible. Can't say that I'm batting 100%, but we like to think that we're good at catching the worst of the errors. Basically, I'm responsible making sure the news gets into the Coinworld every week, making sure that we hit the press deadlines every week. And I can say that I don't think we've ever missed a press deadline.
What would you say are the most pressing issues affecting the numismatic industry these days?
Certainly, looking at the age of the average collector. Obviously, I think we've all been concerned about that. Again, we're an aging group. Looking at ways to attract younger collectors into the field. What can we do to draw in new people? That's why Coinworld has introduced a number of initiatives recently. We have our Coinworld Next, which is a digital product that takes stories and puts them in an easy, fun, informative way to just present news. I mean, we've covered a number. Like grading Lincoln cents, grading Morgan dollars. The 1792 half dime. Any number of stories. We just make them. They're great for the tablet form, for your computer. Trying to bring in people who are used to getting their news digitally rather than picking up a newspaper. We're reaching out with Coinworld Extra, which again is another initiative, just trying to get the idea of coin collecting into as many households as possible, trying to get them interested in the topic, bringing them into the hobby. And I think that's one of the big things. It's just keeping this hobby vibrant and helping it to grow so that generations of collectors and dealers can continue to enjoy what they've been doing for centuries.
And how did you get into the coin trade? Did you ever think you'd end up being a news editor for a numismatic publication?
I started collecting coins when I was about 10 years old. And loved them. Began subscribing to Coinworld as a young teenager. About the same time, I became interested in journalism, and went to college, Bowling Green State University here in Ohio. And all during that time, while I was in college studying to be a journalist, my dream job was to write for Coinworld. And graduated in 1976 in June, and by October I was on the staff of Coinworld. Been there ever since. Love it.
And after all these years, you must be close at some point to retirement. What will you do with yourself as you transition into after your coin career?
I don't know that I will ever retire. I enjoy my job so much that retirement is nowhere in the eyes for me right now. You know, I enjoy going to work every day. I enjoy the time. I enjoy the pace of getting the news. I enjoy meeting the deadlines. You know, of gathering the stories, of informing our readers of things that you know, they need to know, that they will find interesting. Love breaking stories before anyone else gets it. You know, just love being able to do my job.
And what would you say to someone else, to a young person thinking about breaking into a career like yours? What words would you have of encouragement and of support?
Well, I would first, you know, encourage them to learn how to write well, learn how to edit well, to know how to craft a fine sentence, to know how to gather news, to go out and look for sources. I would encourage them to obviously, you know, embrace the digital, you know, era. You know, we are seeing immense changes in journalism these days. You know, not only for the hobby press, but for, you know, newspapers and magazines, you know, worldwide. You know, and, you know, we're looking at a digital age. You know, and I think that, you know, with social media, all of that, young people are poised that if they can find an area that they are interested in, they can report in those areas. You know, we're already seeing people with their blogs writing about issues on coins. And they can do this because, you know, it's something that they love. And I think there are a lot of people out there, a lot of young people out there who can do that. You know, who can find something that interests them and write about it and share that knowledge and their enthusiasm with the rest of the world.
And when things are said and done, how would you like to be remembered?
I would like to be remembered as someone who helped inform the coin collecting community. I helped make the news, you know, report the news, you know, to keep our readers, you know, educated, to let them know what is important in the numismatic community. It's something I've done for almost 40 years, and I look forward to doing it, you know, for a long, long time.